One thing that's been made very clear over the last couple of days and really the last few months is the fact that Disney Plus is going to be a primary focus for Disney. Now, of course, most recently they announced that a primary focus over theatrical releases would in fact be streaming and direct-to-consumer delivery. But now, Disney's CEO opens up a little bit more on exactly what we can expect, and he talks about the future of theatrical releases. I think many people were honestly surprised when Disney officially announced that they were restructuring everything and that they were going to double down on Disney Plus as their main focus and source of revenue. And if you just look at the upcoming theatrical release slate in regards to every studio, you realize that things just keep getting bumped back with no end in sight to everything that's happening around the world. So you need contingency plans. Now, of course, Disney announced early in the year that they passed 60 million subscribers when it came to Disney Plus. Hulu has seen substantial growth and everything was on the uprise. Now obviously everything is on a downward trend that's not part of digital, which would include theatrical releases. Now, of course, when it comes to further explaining what exactly they meant and why is a quote-unquote primary focus being put on streaming, Disney CEO, oh, you know it's coming, Bob Chapek. I kid, his name is actually Bob Chapek. We just like to have fun here, and mainly just to piss off Agent West in the comments. I mean, that's really why we're doing this, right? I could sense his blood boil, but yeah, let's get to it. So, Bob opened up a little bit about what exactly is happening, and he said in a very blunt statement, and I'm not going to read the entire thing, that looking at it right now, consumers come first because it is the consumers that drive the decision-making process when it comes to everything, when it comes to demands, and of course when it comes to distribution and how you move forward. And then he said that he's not going to go into specifics right now because they're saving all of their future announcements for a future date, which of course we know is the next Disney investors call on December 10th. Now let me read you one direct quote. So here it is, and I quote, "As you know, we've benefited with a tremendous relationship with theatrical exhibits for many, many years. As dynamic changes in the marketplace, though, we want to make sure we're giving consumers who want to go to theaters to experience everything that a theatrical release can give them. We want to continue to give them that option." Now, my takeaway from this is the fact that he says give them that option, an option to do it if they want, because we see it everywhere. People might not want to look at it for what it is and say, well, no, we're all going to be in theaters watching movies like we did 6 months from now, because we're probably years away from that scenario. So Disney wants to give you an option, and I think it's going to be really telling when we come to December 10th, which they already started hyping up as major reveals. It'll be interesting to see what they say, because right thereafter, we're heading into 2021. There's going to be massive changes afloat pretty much everywhere across every industry. And again, if we look back at the last time they had a December conference call was the launch of Disney Plus, which was pretty huge, and they announced a bunch of things and shift in focus. The year before that was the acquisition of Fox. So if you look at it, this December is probably being positioned to be something major that's going to see, once again, a huge industry shift.